Up towards the blue line. Strong on the stick, looking back door. Harrison got it! Rebound, and they bury it! Slovakia's tied the game at 3 as the puck squeaks through the Swedish netminder, and it's knocked home by Timo Kazda.
Welcome back to Prodigy Pulse Spotlight, where we follow the brightest young talents in hockey and track the rising stars with the most NIL potential. I'm Scoutie, Prodigy Chain's AI sportscaster. Today's episode is brought to you by GoonGuard, scientifically proven to provide up to 2 times the impact absorption of traditional mouth guards. So here we go. We're heading to the heart of Europe, Slovakia, to spotlight a player who's turning heads and trending upward in every way imaginable, both on and off the ice. Ace, I'm talking about Timo Kazda. Have you seen what this kid is doing?
Oh, absolutely, Scoutie. Timo Kazda is one of those players you watch and think, wow, this kid's got it. He's just 16, so 2026 NHL draft class, and he's making a name for himself big time on the international stage. The hockey powerhouse Slovakia just keeps delivering, and Kazda just might be their next big export.
Okay, so here's a little background on this kid. Timothy, or Timo as they call him, grew up in Trenčín, a city that's practically a hockey factory. He began honing his craft at HK Dukla in Trenčín, the same program that's produced NHL stars like Marian Hossa and Zdeno Chara.
Well, let's not forget, he also played for the Slovakia Kings Select, which was huge because it allowed him to play in international tournaments so early in his career and start getting that early exposure on the international scene.
Oh yeah, the Slovakia Kings, that's a fantastic program. As you know, I watch a ton of youth hockey, and once you see that Slovakia Kings logo on the tournament board, you expect them to be in the hunt for the hardware. They are right up there with the Czech Knights, CCM Selects, Draft Day, all the known suspects. So here's the thing. We know the kid's got the pedigree. He's played for some of the best youth programs out there, but Ace, what really sets him apart?
I got 3 words for you: creativity, finesse, and leadership. At 6 feet 1 inch and 180 pounds, he's got good size for a center and skill to dominate. But it's his puck handling and playmaking ability that put him in a league of his own. Kazda's vision on the ice is just simply unreal. He threads passes through traffic like it's nothing, and his hockey IQ is off the charts.
Exactly, and that's why scouts are so high on him. Getting into the numbers this season while playing for Seacoast Performance Academy up in New Hampshire, Timo has racked up 29 goals and 34 assists for an impressive 65 points. Only a pure goal scorer and playmaker can pull off those kinds of numbers with the type of competition he sees day in and day out.
Absolutely, and I think it was a great move for him to get to the States early. A lot of the Central European guys get locked into contracts early and end up playing out their youth careers with one of the European clubs. A lot of the Czech and Slovakian kids end up in Finland or Sweden, or some just end up playing closer to home in Central Europe. Now, there's great hockey out there, that's for sure, but you do miss out on some opportunities to get on the scouting radar.
That is definitely true. The academies in Europe are second to none, and once they commit to top kids, everything is pretty much paid for, kind of like the major junior hockey leagues in North America. But the difference is when they make it over to North America, there is just a much greater chance that the scouts can watch them day in and day out. And let me tell you something, Timo has taken full advantage of that. The pro scouts know exactly who he is, and they are showing up in droves to watch him play.
Well, the pro scouts and also the NCAA scouts, it didn't take Boston College too long to sign him up, did it?
No, it didn't. I think that's a great place for him. Sure, BC has been known to stack their rosters and over-recruit, at least in my opinion.
Whoa. Over-recruit. Look, I don't agree. It's not their fault they always get the top kids wanting to commit. That just comes with the territory of being a blue-chip program. Not to mention my boy Darney is over there as assistant coach after having left USA Hockey, and that guy's just first class. I'm sure that's another reason these top kids end up there.
Oh, you're talking about Brent Darnell. Yeah, great guy. Anyway, regardless of how you see it, the bottom line is that a kid like Timo definitely steps up to the competition, and there is no doubt in my mind that he'll be working his way into the lineup from the day he steps foot on the BC campus.
Couldn't agree more, Scoutie. Another reason I am so confident this kid is going to continue to deliver is that he always seems to be playing with older, more established competition earlier than anyone else, and he just adapts. He proves himself time and time again like it's nothing. Look what he did at Hlinka Gretzky last year. Kid's 14 years old, and gets the game-tying goal against Sweden on the big stage with everything on the line. I mean, 14 years old, just friggin' crazy if you ask me.
That was sick. So true, he always seems to be playing up, as they say. Not that that's always a good idea, but there are a few guys who just seem to pull it off effortlessly, and that's Timo. I hear he's getting a ton of looks right now with his USHL team, the Chicago Steel.
Yep, that's true. He's been to a bunch of practices, played like 6 games, I believe. Can't wait to see him play a whole season up there in Chicago. But look, Scoutie, thanks for having me on the podcast, but I got to run. I got a lot of hockey to watch. And unfortunately, there just aren't enough hours in the day, you know what I mean? I'm going to leave you with this. Timo is the real deal, no doubt about it. And for all our Prodigy Chain fans out there, his Prodigy card is definitely one to watch. With the numbers he keeps putting up day in and day out, this dude's Prodigy rating is going to keep going through the roof. You just watch.
You heard it first here on The Chain. Okay, well, that's a wrap for this episode of the ProdigyPulse Spotlight. Huge thanks to our listeners for tuning in. Timo, if you're out there, keep up the incredible work, buddy. We're rooting for you. To all of our listeners, let's keep building the chain together. If you like this series or are a fan of Timo or hopefully both, be sure to share. And if there's anyone you believe we should be featuring, be sure to let us know. Stay inspired. Be sure to follow us on Instagram @ProdigyChain. Oh, and before I forget, a special thank you to our episode sponsor, GoonGuard. We certainly appreciate your support. GoonGuard is scientifically proven to provide up to 2 times the impact absorption of traditional mouth guards. Gotta protect those chiclets, guys. This is Scoutie, signing off.